How's it going, guys? We are here at Gunther Werks, an incredible automobile company that transforms classic 993 Porsches into modern engineering marvels. Thank you for having me.
You're very welcome.
So what are we looking at here? Which model is this?
Oh, so this is one of our very first coupes. This is called Carbon Noir. And for anybody that was at the RM Sotheby's auction in Monterey last August, this baby went for $1.5 million.
Wow.
And then the owner brought it right back here for upgrades. So everything that we design in terms of upgrades for our cars is meant not only to be in the cars that we're creating right now, but it can go into any of our cars, even the ones that are 5 years old. Like
Very cool. So today, later in the video, we're going to be driving the Turbo, which this one is naturally aspirated, right? 430 horsepower?
Yes.
And the Turbo is over 700, so that should be
Way over.
Way over. That should be absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
So we're going to go on a tour of what it's like to customize one of these, build it from scratch.
That's right.
So I can see here on the hood, it's exposed carbon fiber.
Correct.
Is the entirety of the car carbon?
Every single panel we create is actually made out of carbon fiber, whether it's exposed or fully painted. It doesn't matter. It's all carbon fiber. On this edition, which is Carbon Noir, this is a very, very special car. The hood is carbon fiber. The roof is carbon fiber. And of course, the deck lid is carbon fiber. But we created this really special effect right here where we matched the paint to the carbon fiber and then we diffused it.
I've never seen that before.
Yeah.
That is really cool.
It's really sexy because it's not your first read. You really have to get close to the car to see that effect. So it's super subtle.
I think one of the coolest design elements of this car, well, there's infinite of them, but one of my favorites is this exhaust here.
So that's our in-canal exhaust tip. And in-canal is actually a very exotic material, and it is used with NASA. So it's used to withstand extreme heat. Aesthetics is not a driver, but it is a byproduct of the way we create everything. So the carbon fiber is here for lightweighting and performance. You can see the entire center console is a one-piece carbon fiber. The flooring, the doors, the dash, our seats, and everything that you're looking at is designed here, it's engineered here, and it's made here. Every single thing, including trim. So this is our new steering wheel. It has the nose lift in the sport mode right in the wheel. Our new iPhone holder.
Very cool.
Venti cup holders in the rear. So, it's got sort of those modern amenities in there that you really want. But it's just badass.
It's remarkable.
That's really cool.
It's pretty, it's pretty overwhelming to look at. Are these the carbon fiber shell seats, or are these?
Yep, these are our Gen 1 seats. In the Speedster, we have our Gen 2 seats, and then we're introducing for Turbo an option for a Gen 3 seat.
Gotcha. Start procedure of this is, do you guys supply a 993, or does the customer find one themselves?
It's up to them, so we can support them in locating a donor chassis.
And it's specific years and models?
Yes, 1993, 94, and it has to be a 993.
Okay, gotcha. Now, have you done an all-wheel drive one?
No.
Or all-rear-wheel drive?
Yes.
All
yes.
Right. So what are we looking at over here?
So we'd love the client to come in, and it all starts with their vision, not mine. And so sometimes this makes it really easy for the client to express what their vision is for example, their paint, which is really where we start. So, for example, what's your favorite color, Parker?
I like purple.
You like purple. Okay, so if I were to go here, then there's all shades of purple, right? So we could go kind of dark.
Yeah, darker purple.
Like a dark, you could go blue purple.
Yeah.
Or like a red purple. But we can really make it super, super dark like this. We could go back here, and then I could even create it in like a matte solid, like this, which is kind of a cool finish.
That's awesome.
But then we're not doing too good on the heritage stripes. So then I would have to go here and then maybe change out those stripes and customize those stripes a little bit because see what I'm doing right there?
Mm-hmm.
So maybe we want to be like...
It was kind of cool, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do most customers come in here to do this or do it over Zoom? Or
most clients will come in here. So it'll start with a spec like this.
Mm-hmm.
And then from here, I will then go to the paint shop. So just to let you know, every single exterior paint color is bespoke, no two are alike. I will work with the painters for up to 3 weeks on maybe, say, 15 different paint recipes until I nail down the final 2 to give to the client. And, whether it's the first coat of paint or the 20th coat of paint, my expertise is really paint creation. And so it could be a 2-stage paint, a 3-stage paint, glass flake, liquid effect. But whatever the effect of the paint is, we always create a 1-of-1 for every single client. So let me show you what that looks like.
Yes, please. Now, if somebody goes, I love the look of that Gunther Werks, can I have that color? Do you say, I'm sorry, no?
We say we'll recreate something
similar,
a variation.
Yeah,
that's similar.
So are these kind of individual projects with interiors and exterior designs?
These are actual clients. Gotcha. And so this is a combination of Speedster and Turbo. And then there's one secret project on this table.
Wow.
So in August, you'll be able to identify which project is a secret project when we
Car Week,
when we reveal our new car.
We take a look at some of these little exterior trim components. This is the steering wheel. Is this the hollow steering wheel?
Well, it's just our carbon fiber steering wheel. It's really, really heavy, so try to pick it up.
I'm sure it weighs absolutely. Oh my God, it feels fake.
Here, let me just.
Yeah.
So.
That's impressive.
And that is it. This is the production wheel right here. So, yeah.
How heavy are the exhausts?
Well, you tell me.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't even feel real. And that's 3D printed?
It doesn't feel real. And this is the actual production in Canal exhaust tip, which is designed here, engineered here, and manufactured here, 3D printed.
So you've got a big 3D printer that created that?
Yeah, let's go look at it.
Yeah, yes, please.
So on our way there, I just want to show you, this is our clean room. This is the room where we do all of our headlight and taillight assemblies. So we really brought back the old school craftsmanship of watchmaking. Janie is our craftswoman who works here, and she actually hand assembles the entire tail lamp. Just for one car, it takes an entire week. She does the headlamps here. The mirrors. It's just an incredible passion.
I love how aesthetic this place is. It just looks beautiful, and I like that there's a window to see and just watch the craftsmen.
This is our engineering department. So again, design, engineering, and manufacturing is all done here in-house. So this is Jacob and Jose. And so Jacob, why don't you just briefly talk about what you do?
Yeah, basically all of the engineering work pretty much starts here in this office. We'll work with the designers and create specific criteria for how a part needs to work, as well as how it wants to look. And then it's up to us to kind of get creative and come up with a solution. So whether it's through additive manufacturing with 3D printing and either plastics or high-end metals, or if it's through CNC machining, we come up with the plans and the structure to make all of that happen.
One of the things that you touched on earlier was the in-canal exhaust tips, but I want you to pick up the standard tip right here. So I'm going to hand it to you just so you can see the kind of strength I need to use to actually hand that to you.
Oh, yeah.
So I can't pick this up with a pinky, but I do have to use my strength to pick this up, so you can just feel that and hear that versus. Yeah,
that's unbelievable.
Yeah. And so again, Jacob and Jose designed this with Peter, and it was made here. So
it's very cool.
And all of these parts were made here. One of the things, this is our new shifter bezel. It used to be just a painted piece. But I was getting some client feedback saying that they wanted it leather wrapped, but we didn't have a part leather wrapped to offset, for the offset of the leather. And so I gave the feedback to Peter. Peter walked in and gave the feedback to Jacob. And so Jacob had to create the offsets for a new piece, and he did this in 4 weeks. And this is it. And so now we actually have it in aluminum. We have it as a leather-wrapped piece, and all of this was created right here in-house. Made here, too.
And are these the 3D printers over in this area?
Yeah, these are prototype 3D printers. So we use these for really quick mock-ups on parts.
Okay.
We have an initial design that we want to test out, and we can basically set these things up before we leave. And the time we get back in the morning, we have a prototype that we can play around with, test out, see if it fits on the car, or test it functionally to see, where the failure points are and make improvements from there.
How long does it take to 3D print the exhaust?
The exhaust, so that one's not done on these printers right here.
Yeah.
It's a pretty advanced technology that they use a lot in aerospace. That is about an 8-hour print right there.
That's pretty fast, actually.
Yeah, pretty fast for what it is, and it's done in a very highly controlled environment where the materials that they use it's very critical to have everything nailed in right so that the part comes out with the quality that it is.
Awesome.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate
This reminds
you.
me once upon a time when I was a mechanical engineer using SolidWorks.
So we're entering the paint shop. This was a really, really lengthy process to get approval from the state of California. So we have 2 state-of-the-art paint booths right here. Even though our systems are waterborne, the EPA in the state of California still does not want to approve anything, but we got approval. So we have 2 waterborne paint systems here. And so you can see everything we do is bespoke and custom. This is a really special client. I was actually FaceTiming with the client while I was using tape to show them where their bespoke paint stripe was going to be for this one-of-one exposed carbon fiber speedster. So we've never done a carbon stripe like this before. And, it just shows you how bespoke our entire process is. So this, we're going to see this car in assembly in stage 1. But it's still here because we're still finishing the paint stripe. So we have surface and polishing over there. And then I work very, very closely with the paint team. That's Jesus, the master painter. And we create all of our incredible compositions in one-on-one colors here. The only part of the process we didn't have in-house was the wheels. So we decided, let's bring the wheels in-house. So we create every single Gunther Werks wheel we actually make right here in this building. So it actually starts like this as a blank forage. And these are supplied to us from just up the street. And it goes into the machine. And we program it for whatever wheel our Gunther Werks client selected. And then it comes out like this as a form. And then that's put into the mill, which does the vertical access right here.
Now, do any of Vorsteiner's wheels get made here?
Everyone.
Everyone, okay.
Oh, that's what all of this is. And then it can be made into any shape that you want, any color you want. And it just to show you, this is our magnesium center lock wheel. This is what it is if it were to be made out of aluminum. So go ahead and just pick that up in aluminum. Pretty heavy.
Yeah, pretty heavy.
So let me just, I could do it in one hand, but it's heavy.
Yeah.
But this is how we really make it, which is out of magnesium. So I want you to try it.
Oh my gosh. It's 10 times lighter.
So our magnesium center lock wheel, which is paired with the Dymat carbon fiber barrel, actually only weighs 16 pounds.
Wow.
So it's pretty fantastic. And so, these are the master craftsmen that run this shop. This is Bowen and Nick.
How's it going? Is there a difference in manufacturing process between a Vorsteiner wheel and a Gunther Werks wheel?
Well, you want to consider the vehicle, that's for sure. Gunther Werks is a specific bespoke vehicle that's tailored, to clients' needs. But they're also much lighter than most vehicles on the road, and they make a lot more power. So you want to consider those 2 things, power and weight ratio. So when we do typical Gunther Werks wheels, we always want to make sure that they're as wide as they can be and as light as they can be. So magnesium has to be cut by air. Cutting, it has to be cooled by air. So when you do cut magnesium, it is a flammable material. You have to be really careful, adjust your feed and speed rate, and you want to make sure that it's being treated properly, because if it doesn't, it can spark and kaboom.
So we are entering assembly. So once the car has finished the entire paint process, which is painstaking, the car enters stage 1. So remember the car that had the unique one-off piping? Yeah. Well, here it is. And so this is stage 1. And so stage 1 is where we do kind of the sound deadening materials, the felting, and then this is the felting. And then this is where we actually put in all of the wire harness for the car, which is our own system.
I'm in love with the color.
Thank you. By the way, this color was definitely a co-creative effort with the client and myself. And we went back and forth for 4 weeks together until we nailed it. So,
How long approximately would the car stay on this stage?
about 4 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but because we take our time, we don't rush it, and you can see every single thing we do is with these craftsmen, and it's all done by hand. Every nut, bolt, and screw that you see here is original Porsche. We spent over $1 million on just nuts, bolts, and screws. This is our last coupe. This is actually going to be a hot pink car.
Cool.
It's going to be stunning. So that goes into paint tomorrow.
Once the run of coupe is done, once the run of Speedster is done,
So then we start our 75 turbos. So we've already started turbo. We have 2 here now. And we have 75 of those that will be built, and those are all sold already. Yeah.
Congratulations. I'm unsurprised.
This is stage 2. And stage 2 is where we begin the sub-assemblies.
It briefly turns into an E46 M3. That's a unique process.
Stage 3 is where we complete the interior and the engine. And so this client's engine is already here. So, this guy's moving very, very quickly. Everything's bespoke. That brake color is bespoke. Nothing gets repeated ever. So this car is very special. It's in stage 4. Stage 4 is where we do alignment. We do final testing of the car. We do the shakedown. And if you come close, you can see.
Yeah, full exposed blue carbon.
Yeah, you nailed it.
Unbelievable.
The entire car. So this is really, really hard to do. What I want to tell you about this process is when you have an exposed carbon fiber car, it actually takes us over 800 hours just to get approved panels, because every single panel has to line up to the millimeter. So whether it's the bumper to the 3/4 panel, then the bumper, the 3/4 panel to the hood, then the 3/4 panel to the doors, and the doors to the rear 3/4 panel. We use lasers to guide us so that we're not even a mil off from the weave. And so this is a very, very difficult process. It's it slows down production.
Well worth it. I think
Yeah.
the end result is spectacular.
It is a stunning work of art at the end of it.
I think a lot of people don't understand that if the car is already made fully of carbon fiber, why can't you just not paint it? But like you were saying, the quality control of making sure the weaves line up on the different panels is
To the mill.
seriously.
To the mill.
Do you ever have to just scrap components? Because it doesn't
We
line
go
up?
through over 3 cars just to get to one when it's an exposed carbon fiber.
That is
because
pretty cool.
our craftsmanship standards are to perfection, and we can't even be off by a mil. So yeah.
These are some door cards here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow, even the speaker system's a work of art.
Now our door cards are carbon fiber, so these are just surrogates.
So how long approximately does it take to go from start to finish?
It depends on when we receive the donor, but anywhere from say 8 to 10, 14 months.
Actually really fast.
Yeah.
I've seen this car many times before.
So this is one of our first ever fully exposed carbon fiber exoskeletons with no tin. So there's no candy on this, unlike that car, which has that really rich blue candy.
Such a stunning vehicle.
Yeah.
Approximately how many Gunther Werks have been made?
I would say over 40, 45
Wow.
or so.
That's actually a good amount.
Yeah.
And it is really impressive how this facility isn't that big and you make the entire car here. And there's actually not that many people. So everyone here is on the top of their game. Well, thank you very much.
You're so welcome. Thank you.
I really appreciate it.
You're welcome back anytime.
Thank you.
All right. Bye.